Sometimes it feels like you're in a constant negotiation with yourself, not in an obvious way, but in that subtle, exhausting way where every emotion needs approval before it's allowed to exist. You catch yourself apologizing for feeling sad or rushing through anger like it's a room you're not supposed to be in. Like there's some invisible committee in your mind that's always evaluating whether your feelings are justified, productive, or acceptable enough to deserve your attention. And the more you try to feel the right way, the more distant you become from what you're actually experiencing. Like trying to heal a wound while constantly checking if it's healing fast enough, clean enough, pretty enough for others to see. There's this quiet pressure that builds when you treat your own heart like a project. It doesn't announce itself loudly. It just weaves into your thoughts until everything starts to feel like something you need to improve, manage, or explain away. Every difficult emotion becomes a problem to solve. Every moment of struggle becomes evidence that you're not trying hard enough. Every day you don't feel better becomes proof that something's fundamentally wrong with how you're healing. You start living like your job is to keep your inner world presentable, not just for others, but for yourself too. Like there's something shameful about being human in all the messy, unpredictable ways that humans actually are. But here's something nobody told you. Your heart wasn't designed to heal under surveillance. It wasn't made to recover while being constantly evaluated, criticized, or rushed through its process. The very act of judging your healing is what keeps it just out of reach. What you call working on yourself might actually be a sophisticated form of self-rejection. That constant monitoring, that endless analysis of whether you're feeling better yet, whether you're making progress, whether you're healing the right way, it's not love. It's control dressed up as care, and your heart knows the difference. There's a wisdom that doesn't get much attention in our fix-everything culture, not because it's complicated, but because it's so simple, it feels almost rebellious. It's the understanding that healing happens when you stop trying to earn your way out of pain and start meeting yourself exactly where you are. Not because you've figured out why you feel this way, not because you've processed it correctly, not because you've turned it into a lesson or a growth opportunity, but because you're willing to be with yourself without needing to be different. This isn't about giving up or staying stuck. This is about recognizing that the energy you've been using to fight your own experience is the same energy your heart needs to actually heal. It's about understanding that acceptance isn't agreement, it's presence. It's the difference between saying, I shouldn't feel this way, and saying, I'm feeling this way, and that's what's true right now. When you stop treating your emotions like intruders and start treating them like information, something shifts. Not because you've solved anything, but because you've finally created the conditions where real healing becomes possible. Your nervous system stops bracing for the next round of self-criticism. Your heart stops having to defend its natural responses. You realize that healing isn't about becoming someone who never hurts. It's about becoming someone who can be with hurt without making it wrong. Someone who can feel sadness without adding shame to it. Someone who can experience fear without judging themselves for not being braver yet. There's a profound intelligence in your emotional experience that you can't access when you're busy trying to manage it. But when you pause, when you breathe, when you say, this is what I'm feeling right now, and I don't need to fix it immediately. Your heart begins to remember how to do what it was always designed to do. So maybe, just for today, you could try something different. Instead of asking, how do I make this feeling go away? Logically, you could ask, what does this feeling need me to know? Instead of rushing toward feeling better, you could simply be with what's here, not forever, not as a permanent state, just for this moment. You're allowed to feel what you feel without earning permission first. You're allowed to hurt without having a reason that satisfies everyone, including yourself. You're allowed to heal at your own pace, in your own way, without turning it into a performance for anyone else's approval. Because here's the truth that changes everything. Your heart heals faster when it's met with acceptance rather than resistance, when it's witnessed rather than managed, when it's allowed to be exactly what it is, for as long as it needs to be that way. This doesn't mean you stay stuck. It means you stop getting in your own way. It means you trust that your heart knows how to heal when it's finally given the space to do so without judgment, without timeline, without needing to look like anyone else's version of recovery. What becomes possible when you stop fighting your own experience? You discover that the peace you've been trying so hard to create has been waiting underneath all that effort, not as something you achieve, but as something you return to when you finally stop pushing it away. So, if something in this resonated with you, even for just a moment, leave a comment with the word acceptance. Let it be a signal to yourself that you're ready to meet your heart with the same compassion you'd offer a dear friend. And if this felt like coming home to yourself, subscribe. There's more here for you. Not more ways to fix yourself, but more invitations to remember that you were never broken in the first place.